It's my vinyl update for May 2024. Ahoy, hi everybody, and another month's flown by, and here we go with another vinyl update. So this is everything I've bought in May 2024. There's only one thing here I've already shown on my channel. I'm just going to include that anyway as normal, because it might a video that you may not bothered watching. Let's crack on to it. It's not a huge amount. We'll get to that at the end. So I've literally just got back from a slice of vinyl, my local record shop. I'm recording this on the 31st. Hopefully it's going up on the 31st. They are in the process of sorting out a lot of their stock because they're wanting to expand backwards into the shop. So a lot of their storage space will be lost, and therefore they're getting rid of a load of the stuff that they don't really particularly sell. So they put out a load of 7-inch singles. They don't normally have 7-inch singles out. They have some boxes of them that are available if you want to have a look, but there's no display of 7-inch singles. But they've cleaned up a load and put them out, and I picked up a few of those. So first up is a Prince one. It's in a generic cover. It's nothing overly exciting, but I just don't have this single in the silver injection label. So this is Let's Go Crazy and Take Me With You, 7-inch single. As I said, I've only got it with paper labels, so for, what are we, £2, then I thought I'd nab it for completeness sake. Kieran and Emma are having a week off. Louise is holding fort this week, which meant I didn't get my discount, but that doesn't bother me. You know, I spent £19, so I would have saved £1.90. So, the rest, he says, yeah, are all some of my favourite songs of all time. I have them all on vinyl, bar one of them, I think, but I thought I'd grab the 7 inches of them. It was, you know, nice to have them on 7-inch. So for £3, Rolling Stones' Miss You. Back with Faraway Eyes. I haven't looked at these, to be honest. Also for £3, sleeves not in great condition, but is Groove in My Heart. Groove is in My Heart by Delight. Yeah, it's a bit shabby there and shabby around the edges. B-side is a different, no it's not, is What Is Love. Yeah, vinyl looks good. Tunnel of Love by Funboy 3. This is also £3. Bit shabby on the back, but nothing terrible. Still on a Terry Hall theme. Colourfield, Thinking of You. This is gatefold sleeve, including 2 extra free tracks. This was £4. And this is very, very mint. I think this was part of a collection that they bought for this guy who literally just bought singles, opened them, catalogued them and never played them. So yeah, we've got My Wild Flame on the B-side of Thinking of You. Let me get in. Bonus tracks, which haven't got a sleeve, is a sing-along version of Thinking of You and Little Things. And the last 7-inch that I picked up today, but there is one more to show you in a bit, is Happy Hour by the Housemartins. This is £3. B-side on that is The Mighty Ship. Yeah, and again, excellent condition. So yeah, pleased with them. And then what they've also done is sorted out a load of records that they've bought as part of collections, but they're stuff that they know they can't sell. Some of it, you know, it's not necessarily rubbish, it's just stuff that doesn't sell in Gosport, basically. There is lots and lots and lots of 50s and 60s instrumental compilations, good dozen or more Ventures albums and things like that, all sorts of stuff, but they were all for £1 each. There's a couple I might have picked up, but wasn't particularly, you know, I'd have been buying them for the sake of buying them. But this one I'm really happy to have picked up for £1. This is Heavy Nova by Robert Palmer. Really good condition. I did check the vinyl in there for this one, just in case it was there, because it was, you know, in poor condition. But no, it's, you know, a little bit dusty, but otherwise mint. This has got Simply Irresistible, was the big hit off of this one. Oh, and She Makes My Day as well. But yeah, really happy to pick that up for £1. Okay, on previous visit earlier in the month, I picked up a couple of titles. For my Bowie collection, I picked up Tonight. So this was £15. So did I get a discount on these? There was another occasion earlier this month when Louisa was working and I didn't get my discount, I think. I think that was this month. Yeah. So I might not have got my discount on these either, but again, not an issue. Yeah, really good condition, apart from a bit of dust. Nobody's favourite Bowie album, I think I can safely say. It's got Blue Jean on it, which I absolutely love. Loving the Alien's good. Tonight's good. Don't Look Down's not bad. It does have their cover of God Only Knows. Oh, there, his cover of God Only Knows on it, which isn't great. And I also picked up Black Sabbath Greatest Hits. We've got Paranoid, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, NIB, Changes, Iron Man, War Pigs. Other titles that I sort of know. This might do me. You know, I might decide that's all the Sabbath I need. I may decide that I've enjoyed it so much I want to pick up more of their stuff. We shall see. But for the time being, happy with that. So that was also £15. I say if I did get my discount, it's 10%, so it would be £13.50, but I don't think I did on either of those. This next one I did, this was on yet another visit. Not that I go there a lot. I've been dithering over picking this up for a while. This was 15, so £13.50 I paid for this. So I'm not really collecting Paul McCartney on vinyl, because I have most of his stuff on CD, by which I mean most of his albums, not that I have a few on vinyl, but most on, you know what I mean. I have the Band on the Run album on vinyl because it's my favourite Paul McCartney album and I wanted it on vinyl. I sort of wanted this on vinyl as well. This album, so this is All the Best, the UK version. This album makes me think of my dad because he had it on cassette. We used to listen to it in the car all the time when we were on journeys, particularly when we were staying at his for the weekends and he would come and pick us up. But it's just a really nice overview of McCartney solo work and Wings work. it's not afraid to include the more controversial aspects of his career, like Ebony and Ivory and We All Stand Together. But it's also got pretty much everything you would want, you know, if you're going to sit down and listen to your favourite Paul McCartney singles, they're all on here, basically. There's not a duff track on there, in my opinion. As I say, some people might think We All Stand Together and Ebony and Ivory or even Once Upon a Long Ago aren't great, but personally I really like them. This next one I got from Last Night from Glasgow. So it's a record shop and label in Glasgow, funnily enough. They put out the Audience album, which I bought last year before, whenever that was re-released. And I've been on my mailing list ever since. Hadn't bought anything else from them, but they were having a little purge of their mailing list, checking that all the people it was being sent to were real people. You know, they weren't defunct accounts or spam bots or anything like that. And so they sent them out, and as a sort of a thank you for bearing with them while they're doing all that, they put a discount code out for the mailing list. It wasn't huge. I think it was 5%, something like that. Let's say it wasn't massive, but I thought, oh, sod it, I'll see if there's anything I want. And there was. Kirsty MacColl's Kite. So this was the National Album Day release from probably 22. When I think it was the year when they were all female artists. I think it was 2022. And having recently decided, having listened to the CD box set of her singles and all sorts, which I showed on my last CD update, having decided that I wanted to get all her albums, I picked up the Record Store Day release of Titanic Days that came out this year. So I thought I would grab Kite. So this is on Magnolia vinyl as an added bonus. Which is basically white. It is slightly off-white, but only slightly. This has got Days on it. Don't Come Cowboy With Me, Sonny Jim. That's the two sort of hits from it. But yeah. Innocence and Free World are mentioned on the hype sticker, so I'm guessing they were singles as well. But yeah, pleased to pick that up. That's a bit annoying, because I would like to keep it in my shrink because it's got the hype sticker, but I'll see if I can peel them off. So this is the one thing that I've already shown. This was an in-store signing at Slice of Vinyl, and it's for comedian Nick Helm, and he signed. It was great. So I did a whole video, I did a Martin's Meets video, but came out last week about that. If you haven't watched it, I will show this again quickly. He signed a CD for me of his second album, his first album he had on vinyl, which is good because I already had a signed CD of that. It's Hot and Heavy. And signed on the back to Martin, always believe in yourself, Nick Helm. It's got a lyric and credits booklet. And then it's just on black vinyl, side A and side 2. Makes me laugh. Then some new releases from this month. We have the 20th anniversary release of Keane's Hopes and Fears. So this was $37.99. I pre-ordered this through Slice of Vinyl. Limited edition blue 2LP vinyl. Original album remastered at Abbey Road. B-sides and rarities, lyrics and new liner notes by Keane. So disc 1 is the album and disc 2 is the B-sides and rarities. Nice gatefold. So lyric inner sleeve for the album, and it's on this sort of matches matte. It's a slightly bluer. That's bluey green colour. And then the B-side disc. It's got a bit of blurb by Keane, and it's on a lighter aquamarine bluey green. So basically, ever since I've been doing Record Store Day, I've been picking up all the Record Store Day Keane releases, and then I've picked up, I think, their last album and their greatest hits I've got on vinyl. So when this was announced, I thought, oh, I'll get that and any other subsequent releases, anniversary releases, I will pick up. I was slightly disappointed and in two minds, because they also did a standalone release of just the album, and that was on a really nice splatter, but I really didn't want to double dip, so I stuck with this because I wanted the B-sides and what have you. This is Queen Rock Montreal. So contrary to what I said in my CD update, this isn't the first time it's been released as an audio-only release. It was released audio-only back when the DVD and Blu-ray... Remember, did it come out on Blu-ray that time as well? So it's just been re-released on 4K and CD and vinyl. But it had DVD, I think it had Blu-ray at the same time. I'm doubting everything now. In 2016, I think it was. No, even further back, 2007. Blimey. And there was vinyl and CD apparently released then, so I was wrong when I said that this was the first time the audio had been released on its own. So this $45.99 from a Slice of Vinyl. Again, I pre-ordered. I sort of committed to the pre-order, and then the Queen official site announced that they were releasing a blue vinyl release, and I was highly tempted because I have all the studio albums on coloured vinyl and the coloured vinyl greatest hits platinum collection of the 3 greatest hits compilations. But I didn't bite, having already committed to getting it through a Slice of Vinyl. I might still double dip on it. So I listened to the CD. I haven't listened to the vinyl, but I have listened to the CD. It's excellent quality, really great gig. A must own if you're a Queen fan. So this is the other 7-inch I had to show. So this is a release by Kula Shaker, and it's a AA of Peace Wheel, or rather it's called Peace Wheel, and it's got the tracks Bringing It Back Home, Radha Ramana Hari Bol, and Rational Man, which are 2 tracks that aren't on the Something Magic, the last album. Brain's gone dead. I'll pop up on the screen. They did play one of these when I saw the in-store of them. Slice of Vinyl. They did perform one of these tracks, but don't ask me which one it was. It's on this really nice marbled greeny brown. It's a lot more transparent than it looks on camera. I don't really know how to describe the colour. It's almost golden as well. It's, yeah, sort of golden greeny browny colour with the light coming through it. But it's really nice. And this was through their web store. The new album by Dua Lipa. So I wanted a signed aspect to what I was buying. And the only way to get that, and I wanted the deluxe CD, and I wanted one of these vinyl copies, but the only way of getting that and getting a signed element, as I say, without buying lots and lots of shit that I didn't want, was to buy the vinyl package of the two versions, and then the CD separate, and that meant I got the signed element. I can't remember the exact configuration why that was the one that worked. As I mentioned in my CD update earlier this month, I was a bit disappointed in the album because when it was announced, they said she was heavily influenced by Britpop, and so I was expecting Britpop, and it's not. It's just more modern pop music. It's good modern pop music. I like Dua Lipa a lot, but I need to, when I listen to these vinyl copies, hopefully I'll have a less judgmental opinion because I won't be thinking it's going to be Britpop. So this is the Curacao Blue vinyl copy, which is the more standard version. Which is this nice transparent aquamarine blue. Which, yeah, so I didn't particularly want this version, but I think it was... buying the two vinyl together was the way I got the signed element, I think. And I say I wanted the CD because I've got her out. I haven't got her first album at all, but her second album I have on CD and vinyl, so wanted to keep that going. So this is the deluxe version, which comes in this nice customised track listed sleeve. And then, so there's no writing apart from the legal jargon on the actual sleeve. Yeah, so the signed element was a signed card, and it was small enough that even though it didn't technically come with the CD, I put it with the CD because it fitted in the CD sleeve. So a fuller booklet. But basically, I wanted this version because it's on this cool split, not just split blue and white, but the blue is a translucent blue as well, so it's partly translucent and partly opaque, which I thought looked cool, basically. Now the next thing I'm going to show you took ages to arrive. So Pie and Vinyl, which is a record shop in Southsea in Portsmouth. They only do new records. They don't do pre-loved, so I've never actually visited there. But I went to an out store that they put on last year for lottery winners, and so I'm on my mailing list. And for Easter, they had a sale, and there was a couple of things that I wanted in it at prices I was willing to pay. So ordered them and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. Eventually got in touch with them, and because it had been well over a month, and it turned out that one of the two things I wanted, which was the old Record Store Day release of Eric Clapton's soundtrack to the film Rush, they couldn't find in their stock anywhere, hence the delay. Why they hadn't got in touch with me to say this, I don't know, but presumably they sold it and for some reason it didn't come out of their inventory. So they apologised, said, do you still want the other bit? Do you want to pick something else? I said, I'll just take the other bit, that's fine. So they issued a refund for the Eric Clapton album. But this was also, I believe, an old Record Store Day release. This is Elbow's The Newborn EP. So this has got on it Newborn, Kisses, Bitten by the Tailfly and None One. I think this is a reissue of yeah, so it's 2021 reissue of a 2001 release. But I have a couple of others of their 10-inch EPs that I was kindly given as some VCLT. So wanted to add this to the collection. It's on this nice blue vinyl. Comes with a download card as well. I can't remember exactly what I paid for this. The sticker price is $16.99. I think it was something like $7.99, $8.99. And finally, 12-inch single, but it's 6 tracks. This is Dannii Minogue's latest release. This is Thinking About Us, which she did with Autone. Don't know how you say it, A-U-T-O-N-E. So it's got the original extended mix, a Random Soul extended mix, a UK VIP edit, a UK VIP extended, the original edit, and an a cappella version on it. Just black vinyl? Yeah, just black vinyl. But nice labels on it. And that's my pickups for May. Still took a while, didn't it? So yes, I am cutting down a bit purely because I'm being forced by Craig Huntley to go on holiday to Spain in a couple of months' time. He's dragging me out to Spain. So I'm saving. Obviously I need to pay for that, and I need to save and for the actual holiday and get some Spain suitable clothes and things like that. So I am cutting down on frivolous spending like records. That said, I've got pre-orders to come. If, you know, stuff that I really need for my collection comes up, then I will pick it up. Or if, you know, there's stuff that's really cheap that I'm tempted by, I will pick it up. Craig is actually coming down in a couple of weeks' time for a lads' weekend, which I will probably video and do a video for, but we'll be doing some record shopping then as well in Pompey and Southsea, and also we're going to Brighton for a day, so we'll hit some of the record shops there. So I'll probably pick up an odd thing or two whilst I'm there. So it's not going to be, cupboards aren't going to be bare, but it's not going to be huge stacks of pre-loved and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks, bye.